I'm Nelson. Today, I'm going to share with you a secret of getting more survey. And I know it's been a while that I haven't shared with you uh, anything about survey and working in the Lego store, right? Or even not outside the Lego store. Um, I found out that when I share with you a lot of tips, a lot of tactic that uh, from the before, and maybe you know those tactics, maybe you use those tactics too, and you must be wondering why you're not producing your the result that you want, or the similar result to what I do, and because there's one major difference that I found out about the people around me is the top secret is about the status. Okay, you must be wondering like what is the status, or like what does that have to do with survey, right? Um, if you've been following my work, and if you use the tactic, if you use the tips, if you use the thing that I teach you in the other video, and you're not producing, or if you're not getting that many survey for yourself, that means something's wrong. So let's assume that your your service are well. Let's assume that you have your product knowledge are well. Let's assume that you're a nice person. You do everything right, and you do everything you could. But why you're not? Why you're still not getting those survey? It's about the status. It's how people see you. Okay, so well, you might not be understanding this completely, or you might still be confused. Is uh, if you provide good service to your customer, but when if they see you as a servant, that means, or if you see them as a oh you're just someone who work at the store, if they see you as a salesperson, that that means you are in lower status compared to them, and so if they're the master and you're the servant, your service is expected. You have to do service for them, and this is it goes without saying. And they don't need to do anything for you. It's like, hey, this is your servant, right? But this is someone who a waitress, right? In most place, not America, but in most place in the world, um, that waitress they don't get tips, or they don't get extra uh, compensation, right? So they are not going to take the time to do the survey for you. This is it goes without saying, and they really don't need to take the time to do the survey for you, even though you ask. It's like a servant asking for a master. Hey, master, can you do this for me? Can you help me with this? Of course, the master is gonna say no. Or of course, the master is gonna not do it or ignore it. Basically, the action is saying no to you. They are not gonna care. So, and one thing about status is how it also goes back to how you see yourself. If this is how you see yourself, chances are you're telling people how they should treat you. So if you see yourself as a just someone who works at Lego store, if you see that not that you see it, but your behavior is telling the other person that they have the power, they have the control, they have the status over you, then even though you do a good service, they may or may not need to give you, or may not do a favor for you. So it is with sad, and it is true that we all have to admit it. This is what happened, and there are a lot of detail about the status. If you really want to know, you can ask me, and I hope this video will help you to get the survey you want. So until next time, I'll see you then.